there are two types of people: those who kill their dreams, and those who give life to their dreams. And of course there are very few people who share their dreams with others. Hayao Miyazaki is one of them, the king of the dreamland of anime. Let's talk about anime, Miyazaki's lifestyle, and his work. In American culture, there are illustrated stories or comic strips. Instead of that, in Japanese culture, there is manga. And instead of animation, there is also anime. Very large eyes, the use of ancient symbols or legends in fantasy, exaggerated and fantastical details are the main characteristics of anime. This is the first animation that was made in 1908, and this is a similar Japanese work that was made in 1907, but because it does not have a story, it is not considered an anime. The first confirmed anime was produced in 1917 called Namakura Gatana with a duration of 4 minutes. Anime gradually became what it is now with the efforts of people like Miyazaki. Miyazaki was born on January 5, 1941 in Tokyo. He was the second son in the family and had 3 other brothers. The Miyazaki family was prosperous and happy until 1944, when Hayao was only 3 years old. His family moved from Tokyo to Utsunomiya. But unfortunately, it was bombed there in July 1945. This incident was very difficult and strange for Hayao, and it remained in his mind, especially since his mother was diagnosed with pot disease at the same time. Hayao had 2 ways, either to live with the dark and hard reality and become an ordinary person, or to take refuge in the beautiful and imaginative world of manga and anime and live there. Hayao Miyazaki chose the second way and became one of the great creators of anime. Ever since he was a child, he dreamed of becoming a manga artist. When he was in his 3rd year of high school, he was very impressed by watching the anime The White Snake Enchantress. He continued his studies at Gakushuin University in political science and economics in Tokyo and was a member of the Children's Literature Research Club, which at the time was considered the closest thing to a comic club. In 1963, Miyazaki was hired by Toei Animation Company as in-betweening. Upon arrival, in the production of works such as Gulliver's Travels Beyond the Moon, Wolf Boy Ken, and Doggy March, he participated and cooperated and became the chief secretary of Toei Trade Union in 1964. He was very influenced by Osamu Tezuka and his works, but he didn't want to be a copycat and wanted to have his own style, so he destroyed all his works that he thought were similar to Osamu Tezuka's works. It is interesting to know that he has worked on several projects under several aliases. When he joined Nippon Animation in 1971, he got the chance to work with Isao Takahata. Together they produced some beautiful classic series. Series like Rascal the Raccoon, 1977, Heidi, Girl of the Alps, 1974, and Of Green Gables, 1979. One of their successful series was Lupin III. Later, based on that series, they made a movie called Lupin III, The Castle of Cagliostro, 1979. This was the first movie directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Making this film introduced Miyazaki to Toshio Suzuki, the editor of Anime Age magazine. The 3-person team of Miyazaki, Suzuki, and Takahata together produced the movie Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, which was very successful and made them make the most important decisions of their careers, founding of Studio Ghibli. A decision that directly affected the history of anime and its popularity around the world. Since then, Miyazaki formed his team, a group that has always cooperated with them. Suzuki is the producer of this team's movies. The composer of all Miyazaki's movies is only one person, Joe Hisaishi. Miyazaki himself is always in charge of hand-drawing the characters and directing. He only makes his films from storyboards, not the script. Hayao Miyazaki has a strong interest in airplanes and aviation. Because his father Katsuji was an aviation engineer and director of the Miyazaki Family Aircraft Company. Miyazaki's movies have special features. They are fantasy. Ancient symbols, supernatural and paranormal forces are included in the story. Due to Miyazaki's special interest in airplanes and air vehicles, aviation elements are used as much as possible in all his works. He always respects nature and always shows industrial machines as things that pollute and destroy the environment. Accuracy in details and even in the design of the smallest side characters. Beautiful, gentle, magical, and lush nature. The existence of strong and influential female characters and the victory of good and positive forces over negative and evil forces are all things that can be seen in Miyazaki's anime. He has put these details together so intelligently and delicately that, by watching his animes, you can fly with dandelions and flowers, and swim like an aquatic animal in the deep ocean. Talk to animals and live in a magical and wonderful world for hours.